Nitesh sir will be joining. Request you all to maintain this peacefulness, and thank you everyone for joining today's session. And I assure you that this really will be a great session for you. Has joined us, sir. I request you to turn on your camera if you can, if you have no issues. Am I audible to you, sir? Okay, sir. No issues, sir. No issues.
I hope you guys are fine with me.
Yes, sir. Definitely, sir. Yeah. Definitely, sir.
Thank you.
Sir. Okay, so, sir, can we start with the session?
Yeah, sure. You can start.
Okay. So, every one of you today know that today's session is on Common Admission Test, which is popularly known as CAT examination, is one of the toughest examination of the country and is a gateway to one of the best and finest management schools of the country. Every year, around 2 lakh aspirants appear in the examination and just 5,000 get selected in the examination. So you can imagine the neck-to-neck competition in this examination. Every year, many fail, many stumble, but at the end, your hard work, your perseverance, and your consistency pays off. So today, I, Dhruv Pandey, being today's host, welcomes you all in the third episode of Hold High the Flame with our today's star achiever, Mr. Nitesh Singh sir, who has pursued MBA from IIM Shillong, and he is the alumnus of IIT Lucknow Electrical Engineering batch of 2020. Currently, he is working as consultant in Capgemini. And so on the behalf of whole Electrical Engineering Society, I today welcome you, sir, and thank you for joining us in this session and providing us your valuable time for today's session. Thank you very much, sir. So, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you for this warm introduction. Yes, Dhruv, go on.
So, sir, before starting, I would humbly request you to briefly introduce yourself to all our audience and aspirants watching you out here. So, please.
Nitesh Singh, and I am from the area of Uttar Pradesh, and I have completed my bachelor's in electrical engineering in 2020, and after that I pursued MBA from IIM Shillong from 2022 in general management as majors. So yeah, that's a bit about myself. And right now I'm working with Capgemini as a consultant in IT sector. So yeah.
Okay. Thank you, sir. So, sir, as an engineer is expected to obtain his career in the technical side. So, sir, why did you choose to switch your career to management side and preferred MBA over engineering? Sir, I would like you to answer that first.
Yeah, sure. It's a very normal question to ask. That after doing an engineering, why someone is going to pursue MBA or say something else, which is different from the field that they have worked on for like 4 years, and then. So yeah, I can understand. It's a very logical question. So for me, what I was trying to do is to gain some more knowledge, and for that either you'll have to join a job or you'll have to pursue some higher education. So for me, two options were there that I could get a job or could pursue postgraduate program. So between the two of you, since you all know that there is very much scarcity of core jobs. So and in recent time, the focus is mostly on tech side, mostly on automation and digitalization. So if you'll see industry, you can pick any industry, let's say manufacturing, let's say tech. If you'll see any industry, they are going for automation part and digitalization part. And since we have worked since we have studied in electrical engineering or engineering, that will have to work on the technical side, but you'll have to cover the aspect of the managerial side of the business also in order to gain more fastly. That's why I pursued MBA. So you get a better overview of things going in and around it, as well as the managerial side of it. So for that, I've decided to pursue postgraduate instead of doing a job. because how if I'll get graduated from an MBA college, I'll get a job in, let's say, so I'll be looking over the managerial side, but I'll be looking over the people who have worked technical side as well. So I can pursue both of it. So that's why I decided to do MBA in particular instead of going for a job. So yeah.
Thank you, sir. Such a great answer for all the aspirants out there. So coming to the preparation, when did the journey of your preparation start pursuing engineering? And what will you recommend all the aspirants out here that what is the best time to go for CAT preparation during this engineering tenure?
See, during my engineering time, I have two options: either to go entirely technical or to go to the other side of this business or managerial position side. So, after talking to my seniors, my friends, my colleagues, my family members, I've decided to go on the managerial side instead of technical side because already we are learning a lot during electrical engineering time that what exactly is the technical side. So, in order to cover that aspect, that managerial side of the business, I've decided to do that. And for me, I started in third year, I guess in first half of third year or something. I don't remember the date exactly because it took a long time. Before that, I was trying to do something else, trying to pursue something else. But after talking to a lot of people and a lot of fellas, I've decided for like after 2-3 months of discussion with my friends' families, I've decided that I'll go for MBA. So I don't know the exact time frame, but it will be around mid of third year, I guess. And for you guys, I think it's better if you guys start after exploring 2 years in engineering. You guys start exploring the options what you're going to do after 2 years because that is the high time. If you'll ask any person who has achieved something great after engineering, after doing something else, so after second year, the best time is after second year and the start of third year. Max, you can go to the end of first half of third year, I guess fifth semester. So that is the perfect time for you to think about the thing you're going to do after your engineering. On the technical side, you'll have to decide then and there. If you're going on the managerial side, you'll have to decide then and there. Because 1.5 year is at least this much time is required for you to be good at something and then clear your use on that. So yeah.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you. And sir, related to this question, as you said that 1.5 year is required for the gate preparation, but some people say that 4 to 6 months of CAT preparation is enough. So, sir, is this a myth regarding CAT preparation?
See, if you are going full-fledged preparation, 3 to 6 months is more than enough to clear CAT examination. But you'll have to look on the other side as well. CAT exam is not about clearing CAT only. You'll have to clear the colleges also. And CAT weightage is around 30 to 50, 60% max in the college during admission time. And rest is what you are going to do with yourself. So for that also, let's say you'll have to go for the interview phase. Let's say you'll have to go for this GD phase. So all this preparation needs time, and along with your engineering, you won't get much time, I guess, to do full-fledged preparation if you're seriously doing engineering also. Because it's not that since you've decided that you're going for CAT or something, you just ignore your engineering part. You'll have to cover that also. But so that's why I said that 1.5 year is required at least, because you'll have to manage your time after classes and after exams and all those. So that's why I said after 2.5 years of BTech, you just decide on that. And if you're going for full-fledged preparation, I'm saying that 6 months is more than enough to clear CAT only. But as I said, there are other aspects in admission to IIMs or other premier B schools. So you'll have to keep that into consideration as well. So yeah.
Okay, sir. We get that. Okay, sir. So if students are pursuing engineering right now, they have to go for a 1.5 year full-fledged preparation. Then they will be able to crack the examination. It is like this.
You'll be able to crack. Not only you'll be able to crack examination, you'll be able to get into better IIMs. The main idea of all this preparation and all this stuff is if you're getting into a good IIM or not. If you're not getting into a good IIM, if you'll have to settle for something less, then what is the benefit of it? So it's better if, since you have decided for cat, I don't think you guys will not get that much enough time after engineering classes to prepare for cat. So that's why 1.5 year, 3 4 hour preparation a day will be more than sufficient to clear good IIMs, like top 5, top 6 IIMs, ABC. You can also crack that. So aim for more. If you're trying to settle for less, then you can start a bit late. But for me, I'm saying that 1.5 year preparation is required to get into better IIM, being a fresher, because you guys won't have any job experience if you're going to pursue MBA right after graduation. So you will not have that much edge over the guys who already have work experience and who are from premier um, engineering schools. So for that, I told you, that's why I told you to go for 1.5 year preparation instead of that 6 months.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Sir, from this thing that we do not have that experience. So, sir, this question comes from an engineer side that IIMs looks for candidates that are from diverse fields, and it is said that engineer is less preferred over a candidate who has experience of a year or two. So, sir, a fresher with no work experience. Has to compete with an experienced guy in that competition. So, sir, what we can do to beat that competition in that case?
See, you guys are already aware that if someone has work, that guy or girl has an edge over the other people who are freshers or something. But see, being an engineer and being a male is one of the hardest things to crack CAT. And after cracking CAT, getting admission into IIM, that is for sure. But at the same time, you'll have to consider that you guys have the ability to get higher marks, higher percentiles in CAT examination. Let's say if you're getting 99.78, then all those things will be balanced out. If you have work, if you don't have work, all those things will balance out if you're getting higher percentile marks. So for that, in order to nullify that work education weightage, you'll have to go for higher percentile in CAT. Apart from that, you'll have to work on the GD and the interview preparation so better that that guy will be convinced that he'll prefer you over a work education guy or his guy. So for higher and clear your GD and interview with confidence, then that every work will be balanced out. So that's how you can go over it, Dhruv.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Sir, there is a one very common query that IT being a government college and many students come here from the government schools and they do not have that good communication skills with them. And in CAT, we all know that a good English with good communication skills is really very necessary, either in GD or you can say in the written examination. So, sir, please give us some tips to ace that particular section in CAT examination.
So you are trying to that communication skill and you can get better in VARC, right?
Yes, sir.
Because that is the section many engineers. I also got very less percentile in VARC section, but that was a one-off day. In DILR and quantitative aptitude test, I scored very high percentile, but in VARC I scored very less, comparatively very less. So what you guys can do is that you can work on communication skill by reading books. The first thing you'll have to improve is reading, because when you'll go for CAT examination, you are a fresher. You're giving it for the very first time. See, so if you're giving it for the very first time, you'll not be aware that what exactly things that are going to come out. And you are giving the first attempt, and the first section only is VARC, which is the weakest, I'll say, for engineering. Not for all of it, but for most of it. So you have to make sure that your reading capabilities are up to par. That's why I'm telling that 1.5 year preparation is at least required for at least VARC, because see, not six months. In 6 months, you'll not be able to improve your reading abilities or improve your communication skills. For that, it requires time and it requires patience. So you need for maths and LR, you can just grade percentile after 3-4 months of prep. But VARC, you'll not be able to start communicating good and start reading those things fastly in 5 6 months. So that time is required. So what you guys can do is start reading newspapers, start reading books. There are several websites also to practice because the paper is online. I guess the paper is online, right? Because I gave it online. I don't know about these days, but mostly the paper happens on online and on computer screen. So you'll have to improve your reading skill on the computer screen also, because that is most important. Some people read fastly in books with books and newspaper with hard copies, but when it comes to online screens, their speed decreases substantially. So you'll have to work on that. You'll have to practice on that also. So there are several websites like Aeon, or you can look over any news website also, English news website. So just read the news, increase your pace, increase your reading speed, improving your vocabulary. There's one book, I don't remember the name, that red color book. You'll find it because that is, you'll get to hear from every other teacher that you'll read this book for vocabulary, and that is important. You can pursue that also. But instead, I'll say ki, you guys focus on reading and reading on computer screen. Don't open computer for YouTube only or for what start and reading news also from on the computer screen. So that will help you out eventually when you'll be giving the examination. And for the very first time, and the first section is the VRC only. So you'll not lose confidence. And it will come with time, and it will come with patience, and it will come with practice. So for that 1.5 year, at least before that, you start doing all these things, start repeating all those things, start reading, start um, looking over things on screen. So that's how you can improve. And start communicating with between you guys, no? Because see, my communication skill was not that bad, not that good also. Because I used to speak with my colleagues, with my friends in English only, time and again, not all the time, but let's say at least half the time I used to speak with them in English only. And when after I decide that I'll be doing MBA, I'll be doing CAT only. So you'll have to talk with each other. You'll have to look over the books and reading and all those things that I said before. So you'll have to consider all these in order to improve it. Okay, Drew.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Sir, this question is a bit different, sir. How was your experience in IIM? We want to know that. Please share that with us.
See, I am the best part of being in an IIM is that, see, you talked about diversity, but diversity is not about being in male or female or gender. Not only gender diversity. There is people from all the fields, people from arts, people from engineering, people from medical. All those people are coming at a place and having different perspective and different views of seeing things. You know? So the best part is the peer learning. So that is what you'll get when you get into a premium central government institute like IIM. So that is what is missing in our colleges, because see, most of us are from home state only, and most of us are from similar background, the Asian background. But in IIMs, when you go to IIMs, you'll see people from different backgrounds, and for sure you'll get to learn more with them instead of being in the classroom. Books and all you can get online also. You can order online also. But peer learning is something that you'll not get very easily. For that, you will go to these premium B schools and all those places, and then you can explore your things. And that is what the best thing I have learned in being an IIM. There are other things as well, but you'll when you guys clear CAT, don't think about the life in IIM. Just think about CAT first. Skill to clear it. So you have your own. The people have similar type of happened with the working that I built with my friends from different. So that is what the. So yeah.
Sir, I think there is a
Don't
network
think
issue
about
from
the
your
life
side.
and I am right now. See, where did I lose you guys?
Uh, excuse
Drew,
me, sir.
hello.
Yes, now
Am
you're
I
audible,
audible?
sir. Yes, 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 sir. Yes, sir.
So
Your voice was
where
your
did I
voice
lose
was
you?
crackling up. No, sir, we were able to listen you, but
Uh,
just your voice was cracking up.
I don't know, the network issue suddenly. Can't
No, sir,
so-
we heard that. Okay, sir, we get to know that IAMS has really good diversification, and it is really very beneficial for our growth only. Okay, so sir, next, sir, I want to ask you, sir,
I hope
sir,
you
what
guys
you
are
have.
not getting bored with my speech and all this stuff.
Definitely
Right?
not, sir. Definitely not, sir. You are a great speaker.
Because for frankly speaking, I am journalist. So and
Sir,
we'll get,
again, it is happening,
but
sir.
at the end I'll tell you. Hello, hello.
Yes, sir. Please, sir.
It's okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I was telling that you guys might find this session very boring and all this because I'm the one giving the lecture. Yeah, I
Sir, I think there is issue again. Akash, am I the only one who is having the issue, or sir, voice is cracking up in your device also?
stand up one and let me know if my voice is okay. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now it is okay, but in
So
between it gets cracked up, sir. But it's okay, sir.
I don't know. See, I have Geo network. I'm Mumbai right now.
Yes, sir.
Geo network I on because at my place Geo works well. Okay. So should we
Yes,
move
sir.
on?
Yes, sir. Definitely, sir. No issues, sir. Sir, next question which I asked was,
Mm-hmm.
were you enrolled in any of the coachings during CAT preparation? And will you recommend to join any coaching to all the
I did.
aspirants out there listening to you?
See, thing is, if you know, see, mostly people at what exactly do they want, if will to be on the right track, be on the right path. So if you think you require some coaching, it's as I told you, it depends from person and it varies from person to person. If you think that you require coaching to be on the right path, you should definitely join a coaching. But if you think you'll be able to do it on your own, so you can do that also. But I'll prefer that being a fresher, you guys take some guidance because see after CAT also you'll have to prepare for your interviews and GT. So at that time, being in a coaching institute helps. So you guys can join any coaching institute. I'm not sure which one is doing good in Lucknow these days. But at my time, I joined Time Coaching Institute under Ashish sir. So I joined it for materials only and to be on the right path also because I at that time, frankly speaking, I was not even aware of CAT and all those exams after my second year only. After my second year, or let's say in the second half of second year. But when I'll get to know from my seniors, from my colleagues that there is something called CAT and all those things, so then I decided to do it. And since I was not aware much about the all the patterns also, so I decided to pursue coaching, and that too for English only, not for maths and all those. Because I solved the papers, and math and DILR seems a bit easier as compared to the English one. So for English only, I joined the coaching, but eventually they don't take. They didn't take admission for one section. They are taking as a whole. So I took for all of it. So you guys can also join a coaching institute in order to be on the right track, get good materials, and get guidance from good teachers also. Because at my time in time, there was this teacher, PJ Korean ma'am. I don't know if you guys are aware of it. All these people from here, all these audiences from second year or third year or what?
We have a mixed audience, sir, from third year, first
Yeah.
year to final year, sir.
Okay. So you guys have guys in the final year. What are you guys doing? Because it's already too late. I guess not too late, but You must be starting something. Have you guys decided that you will be pursuing CAT only, or going for GATE also, GATE or other technical exams?
So many students from third year and final year have already finalized what they have to do.
So all of the guys in the audience have decided that they'll pursue CAT only.
No, sir, but they are
It's
here
okay,
to
it's
listen
fine.
to you, sir. So many of
No,
us,
it's fine. It's fine.
many from
Don't
us
waste
here
your
are.
time.
Yes, sir, yes, sir. Please, sir.
Sorry. Go on.
So many of us are preparing for GATE. Many of us are also prepared for CAT, and some of are going for placements. So we have also diversified field here.
Mm-hmm. So it's okay. It's fine. It's good to hear at least. Because I'll tell you guys not to waste time deciding which field you want to pursue after your graduation. Let's say if you're going for a job, just decide now if you're in final year. Because if you'll think that after doing graduation I'll decide, so it will be a little difficult, and it will be little difficult for you also. You're not realizing right now because you're in hostels, but when you'll go home, then you'll realize, oh, I should have decided on that time only, and it's too late or something like that. So you guys should start deciding right now only. For final year guys, for third year and second year guys, you guys can chill. Okay, first year and second year guys, you guys can just explore your engineering also, because that is also important. See, if you are going for any exam, let's say for GATE, CAT, anything, if you know how exactly you guys must have cleared UPT, right? UPSEE, that exam, or how is the admission going on these days? Through mains?
Sir,
Because I
yes, sir.
heard it somewhere.
These days the admission is through JEE Mains, and our batch was from UPSW.
Mm-hmm. So you get perfectly capable of doing everything you want. See, all of you made it to an second year onwards. You can decide which career you want to choose after your graduation. But for third year and final, guys, it's a high time for you to decide which way you want to go. If you want to go for CAT, go for CAT. If you want to go for GATE, go for GATE. GATE is a little difficult exam because a lot of competition is there, and not many people are aware about technical knowledge. So you guys can do much better in DILR and maths and quant and all those things. But when it comes to GATE examination, a lot of technical stuff is involved, and you guys will find it a bit difficult as compared to CAT. CAT is quite easy exam, but as compared to GATE. So if you're going for GATE, you should be doing by now at least for third year guys. And final year guys, I guess you must have talked to your seniors also, and you must be on the right path. I hope you're on the right path. But if you're not, just decide it now and now. Okay. So you guys can go for coaching institutes if someone wants to go for CAT and go for MBA. You guys can join coaching institutes. Like just explore which coaching is better these days, because time and again faculties changes places from one place to another, and you'll have to go on faculty wise, not on the institute wise. So if some faculty is teaching good stuff, you go there. Doesn't matter what is the name of that coaching institute. What matters is if you're going to crack CAT or not. So that is all that you should be thinking about right now. Okay.
Yes, sir. Definitely, sir. Great advice, sir. So, sir, to all the audience out here, CAT examination consists of 3 sections. The first one is verbal ability and reading comprehension. The second one is data interpretation and logical reasoning, and the third one is quant, which is quantitative ability. Sir, what sources were you referring for VARC, and what challenges you faced, especially?
For VARC, I told you I read that book for vocabulary. I am not remembering that name right now. That red color small book. I'll tell you guys. I'll ping you afterwards when I'll remember it. But apart from that, as I told you, that I was more focused on reading side and reading on computer screens. So I read the websites, I read the books, and I was side by side I was reading the current affairs also, because when you go for interviews now, you will face this challenge that you have not even prepared. Because see, a CAT exam happens in November end, I guess, right? And the cutoffs comes in January starting or max January end or Feb starting. So you'll not get enough time to prepare for your interviews. So it's better to be aware of all these current affairs. So you'll have to look that for at least 6 months before CAT. So just read all those things. There are several websites available on internet, Aeon and other. There are a lot of websites and newspapers also, Indian Express and the Hindu. So you should read all those. And apart from that, do a little bit reading on computer screen also. See. So that is the major source. And apart from that, if you'll join a coaching, they'll provide you materials also. So if you're not joining a coaching, you can ask your friend for material. You can just photocopy it and you can study it, because the material is a bit, the size is too much to prepare, and it seems a little bit overwhelming at times. But you'll have to pick two, three that you are not good at, and you'll have to work on that only. VRC is that much only. If you're good with your reading, if you're good with your vocabulary, you will be able to crack it. See, reading comprehension is around 24 marks. 24 questions, right? And rest 8 or something is VIS, right? I don't know about the pattern because of this COVID pattern changes also, no?
Yes, sir. Yes.
So, but the ratio remains the same, that 3:1. 3 will be RC and 1 will be VA. So you will have to focus on the RC part, and RC part is all about reading and vocabulary. If you're able to understand the reading, understand the comprehension, you will be able to answer it. So you'll have to just practice it. Nothing much you can do with English. Let's say if you haven't heard a word, you'll not be able to do much in the exam, because there are thousands of words. How much can someone memorize? If you're not practicing it, memorizing it won't help. So practice is all that is important in VRC, and not too much, because you'll get bored. I don't know how many of you like reading books or all reading books and reading news and all these things. But if you're going to clear CAT, you'll have to at least spend 1 to 2 hours, at least minimum, 1 year before CAT. And you'll see there will be major difference when you'll go for CAT. Because as I told you, that engineers don't find other sections difficult as compared to VRC while giving CAT. So if you are doing good in VRC, so eventually maths is not that difficult. Maths is really easy, and DILR is also not that difficult for engineers. What difficulty I've seen engineers face generally is in VRC. If you're going to score high percentile in VRC, I'm pretty sure you will be in 99.78 range at least easily. If you have worked hard for a VRC section, because we guys generally lag in this only, and patience and require it. So you start 1 year for giving CAT. Okay.
Okay, sir.
That's how I get much score in that, because that was my exam. I was a fresher and I didn't know much. And the first exam I gave was the CAT only, and then I just ruined it. But whatever it is, it's not that it has affected too much, but it's okay. You guys should aim for higher. If you'll fall a bit lower, and it's normal. Not everyone achieves the great height. Someone will have to,
Yes, sir. Yes. Sure, sir.
Settle with a little bit also. Because not everyone is Einstein, or not everyone have to understand your limits also. To think they are. So just do those things. Just don't. I'm telling you, if you are going to prepare in a good way, you'll get into much better. I am. You will have a lot of fun. Not only study but fun. So these 1 year, if you're going to crack CAT, if you're going to get to admission into an IM, it's a BCLIK, you'll have a lot of fun over there, and you'll get a good job. There is no doubt about it. Because being an IM is, it is a luxury for people. And I'm telling you, if you're going to work hard in these 1 years with all your heart, you'll be able to crack all these things. It's not that difficult. For GATE guys, it's very difficult. I'm telling you, technical thing is something that was not my forte also. Because after 2 years or 2.5 years, I've decided that I'll go for MBA. So I was just getting things done in engineering. So if you are going for CAT, you can do this also. You can. I think I scored more than decent in engineering also while preparing for CAT. So you can do all those things and get good marks in CAT also. but it requires practice and practice from your heart at least 2 3 4 hours, 3 4 hours at least minimum a day, 1 year before cat, and you'll for sure I can guarantee you 90% of you guys will get more than 99.5 percentile if you're putting this much effort. Because I've seen people who have studied for 3 4 months and achieved good percentile. For 10%, that I was telling, that for 10% guys who will not be able to do this is because of sheer hard luck only. Because people said na, that one day it is good, one day it is worse. So that's how things goes on. That's why I took that 10%. But if you're going to give 3 4 hours a day for 1 year, I'm pretty sure you'll get into good IIM. So yeah, that is all I can say.
Definitely, sir. And getting into an IIM is really very fascinating for all of us. So,
Yeah, it's
sir,
very fascinating. It's very. Mhm.
yes, sir, please, sir.
Yeah, Dhruv, go on. I was saying that it's very fascinating, and after 1 year of hard work, you'll find it that it is all worth it.
Definitely, sir.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you can go.
Okay. Sir, there is a very common doubt which is of CGPA factor. So, sir, please put a limelight on this factor, that
Mhm.
how much threshold CG is required to secure a seat in IIMs.
CGPA is something that is not considered. They consider it in percentage, and you'll just convert it into percentage. So 90 98 is the benchmark. 90% in 10th, 90% in 12th, and 80% at least in bachelor's. So this much is threshold, but it's not that if someone scores 75 or 70%, he'll not be able to crack IIM Ahmedabad or IIM Bangalore. And Bangalore is a little bit difficult for fresher. I'll come on to that also. But IIM Ahmedabad or IIM Calcutta, you guys can easily crack it if you're into 70s, 80s also. But it requires a little bit extra effort. But 90 90 80 is the safest possibility, safest combination for a person to get an interview or something. Okay, after CAT.
Yes.
Good percentile and 90 90 80. 90 90 80, I hope you guys understand. 10, 12, and bachelor's.
Okay, sir. So for different IIMs,
So that is.
CG.
For different IIMs, see, there are various criteria. They assign weightages to your marks in 10th class, 12th class, bachelor's, work X. And even for diversity also, they put 5% extra. Some IIMs, not all of it. But most of the IIMs prefer diversity because, there are so much engineers and they are so good at DILR and maths that they even if they'll do bad in VRC, they'll achieve higher percentile. So that's why they prefer diversity also, to let other people from other engineering, other fields and other gender to come and be a part of IIM. Because that is what is IIM all about, the diversity and learning from other people from with different perspective. That's why they do all these weightages. So you'll have to consider this while preparing also, that let's say if you stand on 80, then you can you can be a little bit flexible with your work routine, with your study routine. But if you are in low 70s or high 60s, then you'll have to put a bit extra effort because you're a fresher. That is that is already a disadvantage, and being an engineer is also a disadvantage when you're going for IIM. So you'll have to consider all these scenarios. Okay.
Okay, sir. Sir, there is a question that you were from electrical engineering branch, and there is a tradition going on that, especially in core branches, that half of the students majority of the students go for gate examination, and the other part of the students go for placements. So, sir, out of all this, how tough was you for preparing for CAT examination in that environment?
See, first of all, who is making the trend? You guys are making the trend only. If you guys think that you will be able to crack it and you will be able to, that you want to crack it and you want to do a job in technical side, you just go for it. Doesn't if let's say there is a batch of 100 and 100 guys think that they want to do CAT, then they do CAT. There is no need of going for CAT. They do gate only. Sorry, let's say 100 people want to do gate, so they go for gate. What matters is don't follow the herd. Don't follow people, don't follow your student fellows. Just try to think from your own perspective, what is best for you. Because ultimately, no one is going to take a place for you. You are the only one standing for yourself. So If you think that you'll have to go for CAT, you want to do MBA, so you go for MBA. If you want to do GATE, you go for GATE. If you want to do a job, go for job. Just that's why I told you, na, that if you'll start thinking about all these options, na, you'll take at least 1 2 months, 1 2 months to figure out that what exactly is the field you want to look after your graduation. So, but it's not. What would your question was? How you can differentiate from that herd and give the CAT examination? So,
Yes, yes.
as I told you, it differentiates into both. If you think you want to do MBA, just go for it. Doesn't mean you're only preparing for CAT. I know that this complex comes to the minds of students. It's very obvious because you guys. I was at the same place also, but I talked to my seniors. I talked to my family members. I talked to my people who have worked on those things and try to understand what they are thinking. If I'm interested in it, I'll pursue that. If I'm not interested, I'll leave that. I'll pursue something else. So you'll have to,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
explore each of that. What exactly that I can't know for sure that how to, just take out some bunch of people from GATE who are preparing for GATE and take out some from the who are preparing for job and then put them into the CAT segment. I'm just saying that you'll have to. Each person has different, use different perspectives and different requirements. So on that basis, you can go for it.
Yes, sir. Definitely, sir.
Okay,
Thank you, sir,
do.
for the answer.
I hope you
So,
understand. If you guys are, just one thing. If you guys are unable to understand anything, or just stop me there, then and there. I know it's easier said than done, but you can stop me, or you can ping in the chat also that you don't understand this. Not how should I do that? How should I do? Or how should I do that? You can just stop me. I'll try to explain. Okay.
sir, but I will say this, that you are very clear with your answers, and we are really very able to understand what all you are
But
saying. So,
just.
yes.
Mhm.
Okay, sir. So next thing is, sir, 1 month prior the D-Day, 1 month prior the exam, sir, what was your strategy? Were you
Mhm.
too much mock test or what?
See, that also different. That also is different from person to person. But what I did was, I gave one exam, one or two mock tests a day for for at least 45 days before the CAT examination, and I tried to just evaluate it, how my exams went and how am I going to improve that. Because let's say if you're clear about your concepts and all those things, you start giving mock test 15 days examination. Will put down to have for 3 hours and you're integrating things in the same test. Then you get practice, and this is the important part of giving them. Okay, so start giving. I gave yesterday around 45 before CAT. I took a course from IMS also, a test series from IMS, and time test series was. I did these two test series before the CAT examination. So you guys can go for it. It varies from person to person. You think that one mock test is more than enough for you done the two mock tests. But I gave 2 mock tests a day before CAT.
Okay, sir. Sir, there is a network issue going on right now from your side, I think. Sir,
Sure.
your voice was
I'm-
cracking up a lot in between.
Mhm.
Okay, sir.
So this
No
is
issues,
why
sir.
this is happening today. You wish, if someone is preparing for CAT and want to ask something, you guys can ping me afterwards also on LinkedIn or on text also, WhatsApp. You can ping me anytime. When I'll be free, I'll answer. I'll definitely answer.
Very kind of you, sir.
Okay, Dhruv.
Sir,
Huh,
yes, sir.
I really want my college to achieve greater heights, because at that time when we started EES, we were thinking about these things only. Because at that time when we started EES, We haven't even thought about going for CAT or going for GATE. It was around the end of second year or something when we decided that we'll go for opening this society and improve our technical knowledge by doing internship and some and all those things. So that's why we started this years also, because I really want my college to be, achieve greater heights. Because when you'll come to these IMs and all those things, you'll feel that there is something that our college lacks, and if we have up the ante at that time only, then it would have been better, and it would have been felt good if you'll go to other colleges, and then you'll understand that that NIT was doing much better than our IIT. Oh, मेरा college भी अच्छा होता तो it would have been great. So that feeling comes. So that's why I'm telling you that I really want you guys to do to achieve greater heights, and for that I'm there to help any day. I don't have any ulterior motive or something. Just don't think about that. I'm just saying that it's for your own good. If I'll be of any help, I'll be happy. Well,
So that is very kind of you, sir. Thank you for that. Sir, before this event, we circulated a Google form for the for the queries of the students, and we got many queries regarding the CAT examination. I hope you answered them. So the queries were.
sure.
So the first query was, as I am an GATE aspirant, but I also have an interest in the field of finance and management. So should I try out for CAT? If yes, then what should be the strategy for the preparation?
That guy is already preparing for CAT, or he has interest in CAT?
No, sir, he's preparing for GATE, but he also wants to give CAT examination. That's why.
Sorry. I removed my CAT with GATE because I'm not that frequent with GATE, or that's why you tell this CAT word. So, studying finance, what he can do is, if he's interested in CAT as well as GATE, he can give both the exams. And then, because first year, I guess it's mostly difficult for people to crack. I'm not saying that he'll not be able to crack, but if you will play two-minded, then it will be difficult to crack one exam, because GATE is an altogether different exam, CAT is an altogether different exam, and if you are going to put two legs on different boards, then it will be difficult to crack. If you're smart, you can crack both of it. That is fine. But I'll tell him to which year that guy is. Do you have any data on that?
It's the second year, sir.
Second year. So then tell him to just talk to other people and talk to his seniors, talk to his friends also, that why exactly he should just answer, he or she should just ask that why exactly interested in. If he's interested in financial management, that is an altogether different aspect. And if he or she thinks that he'll be able to do great in CAT examination, just go for CAT. But if you are interested in GATE, and if you think you'll be able to do GATE also, then go for CAT. But I go for GATE. But I'll suggest to just start preparing for one exam only, because two will be a little difficult to crack, and it's not worth wasting time on two examination if you're going to pursue. You see, you can't pursue CAT and GATE both at the same time. You'll have to choose one of it. So tell him he or she is in second year, so he should just talk to people. Just try to find his or her interest, that what exactly he or she is interested in, and then decide accordingly. Take 1-2 months. I guess that much time will be enough to explore things and understand that what exactly is the thing that he or she wants to do in future. So just tell him that.
Definitely, sir. So, sir, I think the person who has asked the question has got his answer. Okay. So,
if not, then tell him to ping me or Krishna sir. You guys have a session with Krishna also, no? Krishna
yes,
sir.
sir. Yes, sir. The previous session was of Krishna, sir.
That guy is a genius in technical terms. So
no doubt,
if he is interested in GATE, he should see. Just give him or her this answer, that you just talk to people who has cracked CAT. You talk to people who has cracked CAT. If he or she, I'm pretty sure that he will be able to get his or her answer, that what exactly he wants to pursue. Just tell him to not be biased on one thing. Just explore both of these options. He is in second year, so he has a lot of time. So just explore both these options and then come up with a solution on his own. Eventually, everything I told you many a times in this session, But eventually, everything is on you only. No one is going to stand for you. You are the only one standing for yourself. So you'll have to think and think clearly and perfectly that what exactly you want to do. Okay.
Definitely, sir. Definitely. So another question
Mm-hmm.
is from also second year, no, sir, first year. The question is, along with academics,
Mm-hmm.
how to manage time for preparing for CAT exam? This is the question.
I told you, if he is in first year, right, he can easily get good marks in academy and crack CAT also. One to 2 hours study is more than enough to crack CAT. And he's in first year, so tell him to explore options, explore engineering also, because engineering will also matter. Because if you're not good in engineering, you will not be able to do good in VRC and DILR. Because no, sorry, VRC, DILR and QA, quantitative aptitude. Because the practice that you'll get in engineering, it will surely be helpful in clearing this DILR and QA examination. As I told you, engineers are good at that because they have worked 4 years on that only. That's why they are good at. So tell him to just look on that technical side also, that engineering course also, and then prepare for 1 or 2 hours. That will be more than sufficient for a guy in first year to crack CAT. And that is too early to start for preparing CAT because you'll start forgetting concepts. What he can do is he can start reading books. He can start communicate. It start making his communication better. So you can work on that only. But DILR and QA, you can work, 1 year before CAT also. That will be more than enough. But if he wants to do it, start it from right now only. In 1 or 2 hours in a day is more than sufficient. And you'll get time for sure because I've seen people who have achieved a great CGPA. See, Krishna sir, not Krishna sir only. There are many people who have achieved cracked CAT and GATE. They got good marks in academy, and they have cleared the exam as well in after just after graduation also, not after preparing for 1 year after graduation, but just after graduation also. So it's fine, it's manageable. Tell you not to worry about it. Just just try to find time.
Okay, okay, sir. Thank you, sir. So if the person is in the audience, then I hope he or she has got his answer. Okay, sir. So the rest of the questions, sir, you have answered only. The questions are same.
Mm-hmm.
So, sir, at
Mm-hmm.
last, this was really a very great session with you, sir. You were very clear,
Mm-hmm.
and we are very grateful to you to give your time, to give a precious time for this event.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope every one of you got all your answers and everything about CAT is cleared with you all. So, sir, I thank
Mm-hmm.
you. I really very thank you. I am grateful for you to be a part of this session and mentoring us
Mm-hmm.
today. Okay, at last, I would
Thank you.
request. Yes, sir. Please, sir. Please, sir.
Thank you so much. I was telling thank you so much. But before closing all these things, I would like to tell you that see the best part of being and doing an MBA from IIM, you will be able is that you will be able to know how exactly things went in past experience. When people say that they are experienced, na, it's not that they say it just by this and just by that. They really have experience, and what I've experienced, I'll suggest you guys to go for 1 or 2 years of work ex before giving CAT, because if you have 1 or 2 years of work ex, na, after giving CAT, after getting an admission in IIM in an IIM or MBA college, not in an MBA college or IIM college, you'll be able to see things in a clearer and better way, because eventually MBA and IIM is all about business, and if you have worked in a business, you'll have an altogether different perspective. So I'll suggest you guys that the ideal time of preparing for CAT, I gave it after fresher. You guys can also give it after your graduation only. I gave it after graduation also. But from what I understand is that 1 or 2 years of experience will be much more helpful when you are going for MBA. See, many people think that they will not be able to focus more on their studies. So after starting a job or something. So if you think that, just don't go for it. But if you are confident enough and if you want to explore all the possibilities of being an MBA MBA graduation, MBA graduate, or an IIM graduate, you'll have to think that that time is the best you know best time to give CAT and do MBA. 2 years, 1 or 2 years of work experience will be an altogether different perspective. And you will see that when you will get your final placements also, you would we will be getting much better offers if you have that than a fresher. So if you think that you will be able to work hard after 2 years of work, it's also, then you should go for it. But if you have a slight doubt also, then just give CAT after graduation and take admission if possible. Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
Thank you for your valuable advices. Uh, I would now request every one of you to open your camera to take a photo with Nitesh sir. Uh, I would request you all to open your cameras. Sir,
I'll
if
also open my
possible,
camera.
yeah, please, sir,
Ah,
if you are able, please open the camera for a minute or two.
actually, I'm out. But it's
No
okay.
issues, sir. No issues, sir.
I'm not that good looking also, but it's okay.
Yes, sir, you are very handsome, sir.
No, don't say that. For fun. That was just for me only.
Okay, please
You guys can open your
switch
camera. I
on
can see
your
your faces
cameras.
also.
Please, I request everyone.
See, I was in the same position as you guys, but I'm telling you guys, if you are, I am too much in your life after 2 3 years. You see, you'll my place and my place. Understand like I'm on this day. Okay, have the
Definitely, sir.
and take a good selfie. You're
Okay,
going to do
Akash.
much better. Lot
Yes,
of
yes. Akash, if you can take the screenshot. I request you all again to open your cameras. Uh, that will be just for 2 or 3 seconds. Please open your cameras if you can. Okay, finally, Akash, you can take the screenshot. Okay, thank you very
thank
much,
you,
sir. Thank
Akash.
you
Akash,
for giving
yeah.
your time. Sir, we are unable to hear you, sir. Please, sir.
Uh, I was telling how many of you guys are from all of you.
Sir, from what? Sir, we were unable to hear you, sir. From what?
From how many of you guys are from EEG, electrical engineering society?
Sir, from second year, we are about 8 to 9 students are representative from second year, and the rest are from the third year and final year. Sir, here
Okay,
everyone from team is present and is listening to you, to your advices. Sir, before closing the event, I would like you to give one last advice to all the students, which you will give if you were at our place.
Just last is be true to yourself. See, I have given a long lecture of 1 hour about how you're going to do better in CAT or something. But what exactly matters is what comes from your heart. If you think that if you
Hello.
Prepare for 2 months to 1 year.
Hello. Sir, your voice cracked up. Please, can you repeat that again? We were unable to hear you. Hello. Akash, am I audible? Nitesh sir, am I audible?
Yes, Dhruv, you are audible.
Uh,
I don't know. Am I audible or?
yes, sir, you are audible, sir. So,
Hello.
yes, sir. Please, sir. You can continue.
So I was that just to yourself put 6 to 1 year for preparing for the exam, eventually you'll get the benefits, because you'll see if you'll or 8 months, you are even back out, and you'll see that you should in 6 months if so on the preparation, because in the last 6 you not in final year will not have that much that
Sorry, sir, we are unable to hear you,
where we
sir.
all
Your network is not stable. Your side, I think so. I request everyone to just stay for a minute or two. We are just winding up the session in a very few minutes. I request you to stay. Thank you everyone for showing your presence and maintaining the patience in the whole session. So I thank you all. Now I am winding up the session. I thank you, and now you all can leave with the smiles on your face. Thank you everyone.